Hey, Tracy Lewis from Stuff and Things. I am working on my first barn door. Barn door is this set that makes a slider card. The barn door, of course, slides. So I'm at my mom's. We don't have any washers, and I watched a video. They were talking about a size number 6 washer. It tells me that the size 6 washer is 3/8 inch. So I had my stepdad look at his washer supply, and he brought me these, which are size 8s. These washers are super thin and they're nice and light. I've read or watched videos that talk about using coins, and I would say I wouldn't use anything bigger than a dime. And I have my first slide here set up. The dimensionals that I have are the full-size dimensionals, and I will say that I ended up cutting in half. Here's my cuts. So I cut my dimensionals in half, and then I set them on here, and when I apply, I set it in the channel like so that my dimensionals are horizontal. The video showed the miniature dimensionals going on, and those also would work. But this half full-size dimensional slides nicely side to side, does not fall through, and this again is a size 8 washer, which is 7/16. It's 1/16 bigger than the size number 6, which is what I have seen called out. But really, and I'm even looking at the 8 and the 10. The 10 is a 1/2 inch in diameter. And that actually would work as well. And I like that these are really light. Even a dime is going to weigh a lot more than these washers, which are super thin. And these are some sort of fancy stainless steel washers that are super thin. And so I could have gone with dimes, but I think, and for all I know, these washers cost more than a dime each to buy. But I'm going to work on that. And so far, it's going together nicely. I will come back later and show you what it looks like finished. All right, here I am with the back of my door and the 4 washers in place. I realized I'm at my mom's and I had not brought my foam strips, but I did want to point out that the foam strips, depending on how close you get your bottom of the barn door to the bottom of your edge of your paper, you might have to make your foam strip pretty skinny, even skinnier than the default thickness that the Stampin' Up! Foam strips come in. So another mistake that I made that I was able to fix, let's see if I can do this one-handed, is that I had at first put the washers at the very edge of the door, but then when I had my message, which I will flip it over, and I would slide it from side to side, it would cut off the first part of each letter of each side, and that's when I realized I had to have my door hang over the edge a little bit more so that the word friend would fit, and then when I slid it the other way, the whole thank you would fit. So that's another, so those are my tips. Make sure that you set your washers inset enough so that the door can slide over far enough so that your messages show, and also be aware of where, when you cut your slider die cuts, be aware of how close to the bottom you are, because you might have to cut your foam strip very thin like I'm doing right now. And so far that's all I've got, and I'm going to continue my assembly and come back with the finished card, or I might come back with some more tips as I build this thing and come up with more issues that need to be resolved or some workarounds, since this is the very first time I've done this. And I did watch a video, but from there I've just been kind of building from scratch. So we'll see if I come up with any other tips. Alright, I am back. My card is done. I didn't encounter any other issues. I went ahead and made sure that I inset my 4 washers deeper into the door so that when you slide it back and forth, friend is not covered and thank you is not covered. So that is the front of it. The side of it, see, it's got a little bit of foam, so you have to have some depth. I would have preferred to use the Stampin' Up! Foam strips, as it was I didn't have them with me, so I went ahead and cut some 3M foam that my mom had, and then the inside is still a normal card that you can fill out whatever you want. So I like it. I think it came out really good, and I remember I come from the horsey world, so this way I will be able to make horsey cards for my barn friends. Thanks for watching.